Kia ora, nau mai, haere mai, welcome to Mercury Bay Park Arena here in Tauranga. WRC 1, Day 2, Game 1 of the day, Game 9 of the program. It is Canterbury Reds taking on Manawatu Mustangs. My name is Bevin, Jenkinson at Best Broadcasting. I'm your camera operator and your commentator is Aston Mitchell. Goes and scores. I believe his nana's tuning in, so morning to you. Margaret, I think Greg's just told me. And an inbound there, straight to Michael Manville.
Come across.
3.5. Ball down, straight to Cody Everson though. Bit of a blooper that one. And a long ball from Mitchell, Aston Mitchell, down to Jacinta Richardson. And it's 2-1. Canterbury Chargers Red leading. Do apologise, I've been a bit disorganised this morning. I've got the scoreboard up just because I'm doing camera. I can't operate the scoreboard as Coral almost did her first commentator's curse there. It goes in tight. Some good defence coming in from the Mustangs, but try scored. Well, I've always said, Coral, that you can't call yourself a commentator until you've put the curse in. You know? Yeah. That's how you guarantee yourself as a commentator. 3-1, Canterbury Chargers Red leading against the Manawatu Mustangs. Long ball down to Nate Manville. Cleaned up again though by Aston Mitchell, but he's gone out of court. So a bit of an error there. I'll just get rid of that scoreboard, sorry. As Brendan Uncle's inbounds, assisted there by Nat Manville. A few years ago he was part of the World Black squad. Brendan Uncle's looking at some options, helped there by Nate Manville, off to Michael Manville, wearing the number 1 jersey. Looking at some options, there's 18 left on the try clock. Ball over to Brendan, can't find the hole, there too. Nate, and it's 3-2. Canterbury Chargers leading. Apologies folks, just trying to get my A into G. It's Jacinta Richardson, or JR, scoring another. 4-2, we've got 2 minutes gone in the first period here. But a give and go with Michael Manville, the no-look pass over the back. And go out of court. Referees for this one, Dave King and Tony Dinnington. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers involved in wheelchair rugby and everything else.
Is it Mother's Day?
It is Mother's Day, Coral. Someone obviously hasn't texted their mother.
I am the papa.
Yeah, there's that too. It's Jacinta Richardson scores her third. Canterbury Chargers Red 4-2 leading. Jonathan Tyson with the inbound. Finding Michael Manville. Managing to get away from the pick of Vance Carter and Cody Everson.
Long, Aston.
Long ball down, gets over half at least. And it's going to set up well there for Aston Mitchell. Turns 15 in July. And he bags his team's 5th try. Give and go with Nate Manville and Brendan Uncles.
Down, Michael.
All down. Might have been a bit of a falcon there from Richardson. Manville trapped in front of us here. Ants Carter doing well with Jacinta Richardson. And a nice ball across to Jonathan Tyson. Denied by Everson. And ends up getting a good pass over the top to Brendan Uncles. And it's 6-2, Canterbury Chargers red. 6-3, sorry. We had just over 3 minutes gone first period. And there's this one out of court. And a turnover for Manawatu. This is Yvonne was wondering who we playing. Oh. Yeah, there's a bit of an equipment timeout. Oh, sorry, commentator. Brendan Uncles with the inbound. Uncles, Nate Manville, Michael Manville. As Michael Manville's lost his cold, Everson's with it. And Jacinta Richardson will score her fifth, 7-3, 4.5 left in this first period. Uncles, Michael Manville, Nate Manville and Jonathan Tyson on for Manawatu Mustangs. Anthony Carter, Ashton Mitchell, who's just picked up the turnover and scores another.
Man up!
Yes, for Canterbury Chargers red, Cody Everson, Ants Carter, Ashton Mitchell and Jacinta Richardson on court. There's a long ball from Michael Manville down to Jonathan Tyson, but it looks as though Everson, or Lion as he's known as, with another turnover and an illegal use of hands coming against Jonathan Tyson. Go and spend time in the bin. New rule changes this season means instead of the minute a player spends in the bin or an opposition try, it's now 30 seconds. Do you want it now or? I'll yell out. There's just a bit of instructions going on there for the penalty box. There's an inbound straight to Aston Mitchell, though he's lost it, but he's regained it well. Been playing the sport for a number of years now.
Funny.
And Aston Mitchell goes over for his third, 9-3, just over 4 to play. I'll yell that out, mate. Yeah, no, they need to know, but I'll yell it out. Oh, I'm multi-talented, I think, Michael Jones. I'd hope. Yeah, well, someone needs to. And down there, give and go with Nate Manville, and Aston Mitchell's in the bin. Legal use of hands. Dave, subs, both. Sorry folks, just helping out the bench with communicating to the referees. Got a pretty decent loud voice, so why not use it when it needs to. Coming off for Canterbury is Ants Carter on his Karen T. Moana. And bound Karen with the intercept. Oh, and she's lost it just short of the line. And a turnover. Because Super Rugby Pacific action last night. Chiefs coming back from a 19-10 halftime deficit to beat the Crusaders 35-19. As the Manawatu player there scoring their fourth, 9-4. The New Zealand under 85 kgs team wrapping up their tour. Great intercept. As well marked and nice ball over the top to Michael Manville. And Manawatu go bang bang. Richardson takes it from Moana. Gets over halfway and it's cruising pretty well. Richardson, a 3.5 player, made her debut for the World Blacks at last year's Paralympic qualification tournament in Wellington. His uncle's finding Manawatu supporting player. It's bounced off the chair. Bit of pinball wheelchair rugby and it ends up out. And it'll be with the Manawatu ball in the front court. Yes, 8-second violation. Yes. That's it, 8 seconds. Today, Mike, I've got it kind of sorted, I think. I love how you got complete confidence with me. New rule changes. Instead of the 10-second violation to no bounce, inbound, and in the key, it's now 8 seconds. Those 2 seconds make a bigger difference. Oh, as Manville goes over, and the first player on the court, on the floor of the court, sorry, goes down. There will be a highlights package posted to the Facebook page wherever you're watching this one, along with the bloopers package. Try and get that out by the 28th of June, which is when WRC 2 takes place. I've got a few other things going on. I've got a double-header game of rugby. I've got 2 games of rugby and 2 parts at Hamilton next Saturday. And then followed by Ngātia Rugby Club and Sports 50th celebrations, 50th year celebrations. Might even have a new hairstyle for that weekend. Idea came out of from a commentator last weekend I was working with. Well, I think suggested it in a bit of a joking manner, but I thought, why not? And as Manville's got a foul against him, he's in the bin, so Canterbury Red with a one-man advantage that will be restored 2-4, and Michael Manville's been forced to take the inbound. It's 10-4, Canterbury Chargers Red. 3 minutes left in this first period. Uncle's got a long pass. He looks to get deep in his chair. It's ball over halfway. Manville goes over again and has gone out of court. Second time in about a minute of gameplay, Manville's gone down. So Brenda and Daryl Manville are helping him out. The reason why we put the carpet down is so those front wheels don't dig into the court. There's little two wheels down the bottom there. As Manville's just rechecking his straps. The Canterbury inbound to get us back underway. Nice inbound there to Richardson. And she moves the chair around pretty well. Seemed to have a lot of support on the live stream yesterday, sorry. There's Brendan Uncle's pull through the inbound. You can call yourself an inbound if you get trapped. That means you have to go and take the inbound rather than receive it. It's Michael Manville working well with Brendan Uncles at the moment. Ball down court. There for Karen. Karen with a drag race with Aston Mitchell. Ties her up. Looking for some support. 20 seconds on the try clock. Michael Manville straight into Cody Everson. He bounces off pretty well and scores. Yeah, the New Zealand under 85 kg team completed their first tour overnight, beating Sri Lanka Tuskers, the Sri Lankan national team, 32-6 in Colombo last night. As Aston Mitchell makes it 13-5, got just over 2 minutes to play. It was a clean sweep the national under 85s teams made against Sri Lanka, having beaten them last week 50-10. His uncle's moving around on that right wing, the left wing, right wing as we look at it. As Richardson forces the turnover. Gives a couple of good pushes. Manville there to meet her, so is Karen. Good wacky doos coming in, but bouncing off pretty well. And 14-5, 1 minute 40 left. Karen with ball, spinning around, looking for the long ball down court, finds Michael Manville, tied up by Richardson. Moana comes in and helps. Back to Uncles, Uncles flicks it around, Karen scores her third. 14-6, 1 minute 19 left. Richardson with ball. First time New Zealand's had a high point female player in a while. It's up and down and goes Michael Manville. And I think that's his third trip for 3 minutes. Does like going at it hard, does Michael Manville. So it's not uncommon to see him on the floor. I know one of the questions you get asked is there a limit on how many times a player can go to the bin or that? No, there's not. But it looks as though Michael Manville's got back onto his wheels okay. Calls coming in from Mike Todd on the sideline. And Karen Moana will have the inbound. Finds Richardson. Time to kill the clock. Especially when you're 14-6 in front. Use the 40 seconds up. It's only 20 left on the clock, 44 on the game clock.
15.
Richardson just saying something as the clock goes down. And Richardson finds the hole on that right wing, in that right pocket. Makes it 14-6, got 30 seconds to play. On court 2.
High, Easton, high! Easton, high!
Waikato DG Sport Brandmakers Waikato Stampede leading 19-9 over Bad Penny. Moana finds Aston Mitchell, bounces off Manville, tries to get through, gets a great offload away to Richardson.
30, 12.
Manville goes up and down again, but this time stays on 4 ties.
What's it?
Yes.
No. Got to score first. Don't stop it.
Bit of malfunction going on with the game clock. I think the button was pushed a little bit too early.
What happened,
So Tony Dunnington's just come over to have a chat and sort out what's going on.
How ball are you guys down here?
So we're going back to due to a error on the bench. Go back to the last recorded time, which is the last Manawatu time. We got a Manawatu try, 15 seconds left. Mitchell
14.
pushing well,
Kill time, kill time.
and the whistle's gone again. A player leaving the court. Michael Manville go to the bin. It's been in heavy action already today.
Don't score. Don't, because he's had to stay in the bin. Don't score.
As you can hear Michael Todd say don't score, keep Manville in the bin for the term break.
Don't score, JR.
There's 9 seconds left. She'll make sure she'll bounce. Probably the last time she does. She'll hang on to it. It'll be Crusaders. It'll be Chargers ball as well. And that ends the first period. Game 1 of day 2. It is the Canterbury Chargers Red 15 leading Manawatu 7. We'll be back in 2 minutes' time. Alright, welcome back. And the first player started play, ball's got out of court from Manawatu, so it's Canterbury Chargers ball. They lead 15-7. I do apologise, yes it's Kirsten, not Karen. As I've just said, having to do camera as well as commentary as Manawatu back to 4 players. 16-7 they lead. Michael Manville on court. And the ball's come off to Rungapai. Winiata's chair. Aston Mitchell fires the ball back in court. And he's going to go through for the 17th try. Canterbury Chargers leading early. Start of the second period.
You know, in the breaks, you go to like a.
Okay.
Even some music. Oh, where'd you go? Come on, man. It's alright. I'll help you out, though.
That's the Team Minor finding Aston Mitchell again.
Nice.
And good hole there made by Ants Carter. The 1 pointer is off to Adelaide with the Wheel Blacks, his first trip with the national team at the end of the month. 2025 Santos Wheelchair Rugby Challenge, as there's a 1 metre call. As Team Moana will go to the bin. Yep. So player can't encroach in the 1 metre space of a inbounder, and that's either the attacking and or defending team. I retain the odd piece of information. So Manawatu have a 1 man advantage, 1 player advantage. Nice ball inbound there to Kirsten.
Right there. Keep him right there.
Ball down to Uncles. Takes it well. And good drag race with Aston Mitchell, but great ball back across to Michael Banville. Scores another 18-8. 7:13 left in the second period. Team Manawatu inbound. Oh, Uncles gets his arm in the way, but Mitchell picks it up, regathers. Michael Todd on court, asking Team Manawatu to screen. Nice ball back over to Team Manawatu. Team Manawatu scores their second, 19-8. Just over a minute gone in the second period. Long ball down, Mitchell gets his hand in the way. And there he gathers. And it's back over half. Yep. Canterbury, the last player, touched the ball or had possession of the ball in the front court and then went into the back court. Same way that it works in basketball. Michael Manville to inbound on the front court. Finds Uncles. Nice no-look pass to Kirsten. Great cross ball there to Michael Manville. And he goes over again. Oh, it could be fun. The community of wheelchair rugby. Brendan Uncles is full of comments and suggestions about his own team players. It's the fifth time in 9.5 minutes of gameplay that Manville's gone down. But as I said earlier in the game, it gives it all. It goes in hard. So it's quite often that you see players that go over that are like that. It is a physical game. It's Mitchell, drag race with Jono Tyson. Tyson tries to tie him up. He does, chasing well. He's going to kill a little bit of time here, Aston Mitchell. Still Tyson working with him, or against him. Can't dislodge the ball. 15 left on the try clock. Goes in backwards, does well, gets round the 14-year-old, the second youngest at this tournament. It's a 13-year-old playing for Bay of Plenty. Great to see players of all ages out on court. Kirsten looking around as the 12 seconds is up. You got 12 seconds to get over halfway. Carol, I'm going to ask you that. That's why I went. Copton stuff. Fair enough. Yep. And like I mean, the sport is run by volunteers. So, and we're all human. We make mistakes from time to time. So we go back to the last recorded time, which was the last Canterbury try. The lead 19-8, just over a minute gone. Second period of 4. Tyson with ball.
Get on top ends.
Tyson giving some shoulders a few burns. Nice offload away to Kirsten.
Hands on your man. Hands on your man.
And fires it around. Can Tyson finish? He does. Aston Mitchell can't deny him. 19-9, 6.5 to play, second period. Bevin, Jenkinson of Bev's Broadcasting with you, your camera operator and your commentator. Team Moana finds Aston Mitchell. Uncle's trying to get in there, and it's illegal use of hands. Look pretty good from this angle. You can try and rip the ball away, but as soon as you touch your hands to your opponents or your arms, that's when you run into a bit of trouble. Well, she didn't say what it was. Mitchell up over halfway. Clock management being asked from Michael Todd. Aston Mitchell just winding things down. Of course, only 30 seconds now. Brendan Uncle's to spend, or a try from the Canterbury team. And Mitchell cross over. Manawatu back to 4 players. Mike, serious question. Do you know how long Aston has been playing?
Started playing with us last year.
No, like he's been involved in trainings and that.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
years he's been this
yeah.
year.
So it's been a few years.
Last year and this year's played WC.
Yeah, no, a new couple of years for WRC. And his nice ball back. And Kirsten scores. With Aston Mitchell, son of Greg Mitchell, Canterbury and Little Black Legion. Team Moana takes the inbound. Everyone over to the other side of the court. 90% of the sport is played off the ball, and it's an 8-second violation. We'll be back with Manawatu charges, trailing 20-10. Just under 6 minutes to play, second period. Uncle's at the inbound, finds Kirsten, and Kirsten scores. Great passage of play from the Mustangs. Manawatu hosting the 4.5 tournament at the CET Energy Trust. Central Energy Trust is Team Moana cleaning up.
Nice, Karen.
Gets over halfway.
Bounce!
I think Canterbury said bounce.
It's more like bounce!
Yeah, Mitchell scores because you get a bounce or pass now within 8 seconds, not the old 10 that changed at the start of the year.
No hands!
Thank you, Chelsea.
No hands!
There was Jono Tyson. Had a chat with him pre-game. Nice ball across to Kirsten, and Kirsten scores. 21-12. Canterbury Chargers red lead. Just over 5 to play, second period. There with Mitchell. Gets over halfway. Once you've got over halfway inside that 12 seconds, once you've gained possession, you can wind down the clock as much as you like. You've got the 40 seconds to score, and it's out of court. Manawatu ball. I'd actually forgotten you were actually on court.
Yeah, Karen.
So who are you? Who am I? 10 overtime for the Chargers. And Mitchell capitalises.
Yeah, knocked out Mike a couple of times.
Jacinta, sorry, are you subbing or?
Yeah, we'll be.
Have you told the bench? There with Manawatu. Kirsten moving, ball up, court. Nice ball to Uncles. The camera works a little bit shoddy, but Aston Mitchell ends up with it. There with Team Moana. And Team Moana tossing with Kirsten. There with Aston. Aston on that right corner post and scores. As Brendan Uncle's calls an equipment. It was actually more called by the Canterbury team. Assisted there by Brendan's lovely wife Chelsea.
Stay tight, Aston. Get their edge.
Kirsten up over halfway for the Mustangs. Nice ball over to Michael Manville and scores pretty good tries. Probably spent the most time he has on all four wheels. Nice ball to Mitchell, up and down with Manville. Gets it over halfway. There with Team Moana. Nice ball back to Mitchell. And Aston Mitchell scores another 23-13, 3.5 to play. Is that Michael gone again, is it? No? Yes. Michael Manville's over again for the 6th time in this game. As I said, he plays the game pretty hard, so not that uncommon to see him go down.
He just doesn't control his chair.
Guess who's made this comment? Aston has been playing involved since 2020. Some lady named Adele? Sorry Adele, I do know who you are. I just was trying to wind up Toddy. I said trying to.
Not even close.
You just don't play the game, do you, Toddy?
Wide line, mate. Wide line.
Exactly. Jono Tyson with the inbound. Finds Kirsten. For those that don't know, Adele is Greg's lovely wife and mother of Aston. So thanks for that information. Oh, great chair control in the end there. Up and down from Manville. And nice ball away to Kirsten. 23-14, 3:12 left in the second period, first half. And illegal use of hands. Jacinta Richardson back on court, or JR, as Kirsten's in the bin for 30 seconds, or a Canterbury try. Here's Richardson, first possession back on court. Originally from New Plymouth, on the west coast of the North Island. Not too far away from Palmy. There's a bit of jostling going on, and Ants Carter's gone out of court.
Anthony!
So he's given himself a bit of a scratch, I think. I see Donald Corkle's on court as well for the Canterbury Chargers, and Jonathan Tyson will have the inbound for the Mustangs. There's just a bit of discussion going on. And Carter went to the bin, but due to the fact that it is a turnover, I do love that Daryl Manville from Manawatu is actually helping the Canterbury team there. No, I'm just like, you know, it's all involved. Right call is made. Canterbury back to 4. As it was a turnover, player doesn't go to the bin. Manawatu still down to 3 players at the moment. There with Manville. Looking to support Richardson being a menace. Long ball down court. Tyson giving chase. And it's just going to beat the ball out. So it'll be turnover. Sorry folks, just because there's music playing, I actually need to mute the microphone, otherwise Facebook are going to kick me off. I will try and get that sorted very soon. Alright, welcome back. The music has been silenced slightly, so we're going to have commentary back. It is second half, third period underway. As there's been an issue pulled up, so we'll restart thing back to 8. Manawatu Mustangs that are trailing 27-15 to Canterbury Red. Day 2, game 1. Game 1 of day 2. There's Michael Manville. He's already 6 times on the floor. And 4 on the key going against Canterbury, sorry. Defending team can't have all 4 players in the key. Aston Mitchell's being deemed the last player in there. So Manawatu with a 1 player advantage. There to Jono Tyson. To Michael Manville, I should say. Over Jonathan Tyson and Brendan Uncle's scores. Manawatu first on the board, 27-16. They trail Canterbury Red.
Nice, guys. Karen's up.
There's Aston Mitchell in and out. And looking a bit casually over.
Nice, guys. Nice hustle, Red.
It's 28-16. Long ball down to Tyson, and just out of his reach. Aston Mitchell makes sure he can't get to it. 28-16, Canterbury Red leading. 1 apiece in the second half. We've had 48 seconds of gameplay. Everson bats it down nicely, straight to Aston Mitchell, unmarked, down court. One would hope so, Mike. Lion, as he's affectionately known as well, gives it his all. Former Wheel Blacks captain as well. We'll be heading to Adelaide with the national team to the 2025 Santos Field Wheelchair Rugby Challenge. 29th of May to the 1st of June. Teams from all around the world, Brazil, Germany, Netherlands, Australia the host. New South Wales are entering a team as well, the state team. There's a nice rip, Team Moana, drag race with Tyson. She's got Aston Mitchell with her. Nice offload away, but some great D-work. And back to Team Moana. And no try. Uncles knocks him out. Knocks her out of court. On court for Canterbury is Donald Corkle, Aston Mitchell, Cody Everson, and Cody Everson picks it up, and Karen Moana. There's a bit of helter-skelter wheelchair rugby. Mitchell ends up with it. And Aston Mitchell scores 29-6, 30-16. Just over 6 to play, third period for the Manawatu Mustangs. It's Jonathan Tyson with ball. Brendan Uncles. Michael Manville. Oh, great turnover from Everson. And oh no, we've got our first real blooper of the day. She's gone the wrong way. It happens. I've seen it at international level even.
Go to Jono. Number 12.
So Uncles trying to find Manville. Manville pushing and gets there. I think even the referees had a bit of confusion which way we were going. Oh no, it's no try. It was out of court before Manville could get there. And it was no touch, so the inbound back here. And the other player on court for Manawatu Mustangs is Tauranga Winiata, a relation of Salika Winiata, former black fan, also turned referee. Proud Manawatu lady. Aston Mitchell scores. Of course, the Black Ferns beat the Wallaroos last night, 32-15 in Newcastle. 28 games now, the Black Ferns in a row have beaten the Wallaroos. 31 games in total, undefeated. Wallaroos have never beaten the Black Ferns. Amazing stat when you look at the rivalry. As the ball's bobbling around, Mitchell picks it up. Good whack in there from Manville. And the whistle's gone. It's an equipment timeout. And Aston Mitchell might have just copped a bit of a blow there. And just being checked out there, just for player privacy, I'll just take the camera away from the injured player. Bev's Broadcasting bringing you 2025 WRC 1 as the substitution is made. Jacinta Richardson on for Aston Mitchell. And it'll be Te Moana to get us back underway. 31-16, Canterbury Chargers leading, 5.5 to play, third period.
Go.
This time Te Moana goes the right way, finds Everson and scores. 2018 World Championships in Sydney, Canada taking on France. Canada ended up defending the line that they were attacking to. It's the most memorable time I've seen that. In wheelchair rugby, in the first half you score away from your bench, and in the second half you score to your bench. So it is a bit simpler than usual sports, but easily forgotten by players. As Richardson adds another. 33-16, 5 to play, third period of 4. Coming up at 11 a.m, the Canterbury Black taking on D-Sport from Wellington for the last round robin match in Poole Bay, and then we head to seedings as this one's come off the front of Uncle's chair, and Eds Carter comes onto the court for Karen Te Moana, and Nate Manville and Kirsten on court for Manawatu. Good collision there, but Canterbury's retaining ball. Kirsten Shearer marking Richardson.
Good morning.
Ducks in and out. Because the festival.
Welcome to the Festival of Disability Sport Day 2.
Health Vision Festival of Disability Sports
On court 7, we've got some
happening.
cricket going on.
The Northern District cricketer here.
Joe here.
There's rugby league being involved. There's all sorts of things. We had bocce yesterday. Day 2 of the wheelchair basketball tournament. All happening here at the Health Vision Festival of Disability Sport.
You guys might want to come across to court 8.
As Shearer, ball down to Manville, straight to Uncle's, and Uncle's over backwards. Scores 34-17. 3:54 to play in period 3. Yes, wheelchair rugby. I think there's a festival game going on at some point today. New Zealand Wheelchair Rugby League, reborn after a few years in the wilderness. Unfortunately, played a couple of games against the Australian side at the end of last year, and was on the end of a couple of big scores on the wrong end. As Richardson there to Carter. Hands Carter the 1-pointer, and got a miscommunication. As Michael Todd on court for Donald Corkle. Brendan Uncles, the inbound, finds Shearer. Looking at her options. He missed a bounce, only got 8 seconds to bounce a pass now, instead of the old 10. Going left, going right. Cuts back in court. Uncle's there working, asking what do you need. Todd shadowing. Manville there. Nice ball over, but great hand in from Richardson. And Everson's going to pick it up. And got the whole court to himself. He's going to hold up. Just short of the key. Scores Canterbury's 35th, 35-16, just under 3 to play. The key we talk about in wheelchair rugby is that black line between the cones. There's the ball there to Kirsten Shearer. Ball out cross court, trying to find Manville. Tussle going on with Richardson, but Manville makes it. And scores his team 17th. 35-17, 2 minutes 37. There for Richardson. Good wacky do with Manville. Richardson just winding down the clock. Just over 2 to play, 8 seconds left on the try clock. Moving around, and Richardson scores. 36-16, 2 minutes to play, third period. Uncle's looking for support, finds Nate Manville to Shearer. She finds ball down court to Michael Manville. Manville scoring another. There was Richardson.
The other thing we must mention
moving down court.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Moving back, good hits with Manville. Both go up and down. Manville back to meter, doesn't quite slow her down. 15 left on the try clock. As ball goes out of court, it'll be Manawatu ball. turnover ball for the Chargers. Canterbury Chargers red. We've got two teams in action this weekend. The Canterbury Black taking on D Sport at 11 a.m. here on Court 1 on the live stream. As Richardson rolls through. And first time out being used by Manawatu. Used to have four 30-second timeouts and two 60-second timeouts. Under the new rule changes, each team's only got three 60-second timeouts each half, and only can be called by the coach or the assistant coach when the ball's dead. There's Kirsten Shearer with ball, looking for another try. Michael Todd denying at the moment, so is Richardson. Ball over to Jono Tyson, sorry. Tyson scores his fourth. 37-18, 31 seconds left on the clock. Richardson fighting with Shearer. Richardson wins though. Off to Adelaide at the end of the month for the All Blacks. His second trip, the second tournament with the national team. Here's Richardson looking to wind down the clock. 7 seconds left in period 3. And scores with 1.6 seconds left. 37-18. Of course, the festival had the awards night last night that they usually have. As that'll be it for the end of the third period. We'll be back in 2 minutes' time. It is Canterbury Red 38 leading Manawatu 18. Welcome back. Last period action coming up. Canterbury Chargers in control of this one, 38-18 over the Manawatu Mustangs. Brendan Uncles from the Mustangs to get us underway. The next domestic tournament, WRC 2 at Te Ruaparaha Arena in Porirua, where 7 teams of this WRC 1 will take place along with the Otago Welanders, replacing the second Bay of Plenty team. The bottom 3 teams will play with Otago for Division 2 title, while the top 4 teams for Division 1 there. Great to see the growth and expansion of the sport here in Aotearoa. Uncles only finds Everson. And out of court, Manawatu will still have the ball. Only 11 seconds left on the try clock though. Just the shot clock was, the try clock, sorry, was reset incorrectly, but we all got it covered. 11 seconds to score, as you can see in that corner. Tyson with ball. Looking for a hole, finds Uncles. No, he doesn't. And Carter keeps it out. 10 over time. And the hooter goes. 40-second violation. First one of the game that we've had. Over on court 2. So high scoring affair over there with the Groundmakers Waikato Stampede. 55 leading Dave Plenty White 34. It's Michael Todd with ball. 2-pointer for the All Blacks. Off to Adelaide as well. There's Richardson. Good hit with Manville. I think he's managed to stay the second half on all four wheels. Or six wheels technically. There's Richardson winding time down. I think that could have been close to a holding foul from Michael Todd. Play on is the call. Richardson on that right corner. And scores the 39-19. 6:36 left. Give and go with Nate Manville. There with Todd with the turnover. And Todd helps himself to another. 49-19. Currently Manawatu trailing. They have the ball. Nate Manville, stolen. Thief in the night from Jacinta Richardson. Showing why she's a wheel black. She adds another to her tally. There with uncles. Been playing the sport for a while now for Manawatu. Right back in the chair, and another issue with the bench. Tyson with the inbound there to Uncles, although Todd's picked it up just in front of him. And now Richardson going to wind down the clock. There's still 6 minutes left in this period. In the last period, 41-18, they're currently leading. Got a gamemanship between Michael Todd and Tony Jenkinson, the referee. And Richardson scores, and Canterbury have called a 60-second timeout. Their first. And Green also, Manawatu making some subs as well. Winiata and Shearer on court. Manawatu to get us back underway. The 60-second timeout was called for substitutions, which you can do. Generally only substitutions. There's a good tussle in here. Richardson pinched it again. 40 seconds to score, so she'll wind down the clock. Sorry that the zoom doesn't give you the full picture. That's right, Pauline. Actually, for rugby, it's got really good zoom. Like you get right into corners of rugby fields. So yeah, works both ways. Richardson still killing time. There's 10 seconds left on the try clock. Moves to the left. Now comes in the centre of court. Makes it look easy. 44-18. Canterbury Chargers lead. Just over 5 to play in this game. Tyson and Winiata with the give and go. Todd with the turnover. Is a contractor for the Ministry of Social Development. There's a backcourt violation. Unfortunate for Team Moana, who just happened to be in the wrong place at the right time. Contrary to her previous backcourt violation, where she took off in the wrong direction. As I said, it happens at all levels of sport. There for Shearer. The technical commissioner, Alan, does a very good job of ducking underneath the camera there. What I was waiting for you to do, Alan, And this happens because I'm usually within the crowd, people will duck and they'll come up when they think it's fine, and it really isn't. Yeah, you were. They said you did a really good job of it. I normally say to people, if you're going to walk in front of the camera, that's fine, but do a dance or put a show on. Everybody can walk in front of the camera, but make it interesting. But then, Alan, there's also the type that go, I don't want to be on camera, thank you. Just a bit of equipment timeout. Kirsten Shearer, sorry. Getting the wheel fixed there by Daryl Manville. Both Daryl and Brenda and their two sons, Michael and Nate, on court. They're actually in this team, sorry. Excuse me, sorry. Sorry, just got someone offloading some energy drinks, but hey, it's appreciated. It is appreciated. Can't argue with someone giving some free energy drinks away on day 2. And it'll be Uncles to get us back underway. Finds Michael Manville. Finds Uncles. Good feed there. It's 43-19. 4.5 to play. Offload there to Michael Todd, the 2-pointer. Been involved in the World Black setup for quite a number of years. Ball over to Richardson, a little bit of miscommunication. Manville up and down. And is down on the floor. So 6th time he's been upended in this game, but the first 5 I think happened in about 2 minutes of play. It's Brenda and Daryl right him again. There's some decent beat going on. That's the problem, Alan, with the music coming through. I would rather music, especially again day 2, keep you going. But yeah, it is. Richardson takes the inbound from Team Moana. She goes back towards halfway, but cuts back in time. Just winding down the clock. 10 seconds left on the try clock. And scores in the corner. Canterbury looking to make some changes. There's a give and go with Winnie Archer and Uncles. He sends it down court. Down to Tyson. Richardson checks him. Tyson looking at his options, make sure he bounces. There for Uncles. Tell you what, one of the first things they're going to do after this tournament is buy a new tripod. It's a bit stiff. And down there, it's 44-19. Manawatu Mustangs trailing Canterbury Chargers red. Long ball down to Team Moana. And another backcourt violation. Topped the ball into the front court. And then momentum took it back. Subs. Cody Everson and Eds Carter just having a nice little chat. I think everybody told them that it was subs and they're still needing a bit of encouragement to get back on court. Michael Todd and Donald Corkle making way. And Manawatu bringing some substitutions as well.
I just like to touch your head.
Dodgy things going on just to the right of camera here.
Hands go long.
There's Richardson over halfway. Tyson with a bit of gamesmanship. Can hear the try clock count coming in from Michael Todd as Richardson goes in the corner. As this ball will trail out, and it'll be Manawatu ball. So turnover. It's been a while since they scored their last try, which is why the mic was off, because I was just questioning about that. Here's Michael Manville trying to get away from Richardson. Ball down court, but it's only Everson who's just going to watch it trail out.
Don't forget everybody, it's Mother's Day.
And it will be
Television team in the foyer. We've got
back with Canterbury.
Mother's Day giveaways. First 100 mums to go there. You've
Aaron,
got
go long.
bags, so don't miss out.
There with Richardson. Gets away from Manville. Just winding down the clock. I love your support then, Michael Todd. 12 left on the try clock. Looking around, can't get through there. Manawatu doing well. Oh, they deny the try. Some great defence there from Manawatu. And they have the turnover. 1:20 left in this game. Don't forget, coming up at 11 a.m. in about half an hour's time, it is Canterbury Black taking on D-Sport. D-Sport from Wellington. Changed their Parafed name a few seasons ago. Here's Uncle's getting around Carter. Pushes it down court, and Michael Manville goes over again. Well, he's going to finish the game the way he started. Gives it his all. Manville's back on all wheels.
And he doesn't control it. He doesn't take hits like that. Like you can watch him, he pushes that, and he sort of stands up. All of them, it's like
A typical like, yeah.
he's always done it. And he's just like look at Greg and stuff. They don't. He gets a little bit lower, and it's just Jen.
Just what happens.
Because JR used to.
Yeah. There with turnover for Manawatu. Tyson off to Uncles. in their attacking half. Looking, oh, a bit of a falcon, and ball eventually goes out. 51 seconds left. Oh, was it a try, was it? Sorry. Thought it'd gone out of court, but no, inbounders from the baseline. Manawatu with their 19th. 45-19. They trail inside the last minute. Good connection there with Michael Manville staying on all wheels. 20 seconds left on the try clock. All the play down here. Now Richardson winds up. Manville there to meet him. And Richardson makes it look easy. Here's a coach's 60-second timeout called from Manawatu. And one of the new rules is that because it's inside the last minute that they've called, they can inbound from the front court now. They're able to move the ball forward. One of the new rules in time this season. There for Manville. Everson marking.
Nice day, Ray!
Off to Uncles. 7 seconds left in this game. Uncles looking for Manville and scores. It's 46-20
Get the ball in!
with 0.3 of a second left. The ball's down court. Is it going to be touched? It is. And wait to see what the call is. Clock hadn't started, but to be fair, Dave King is actually true. It was. And that is end of the game. It is Canterbury Red that have won this one, 46 over Manawatu Mustangs 20. We're back shortly, second game of day 2 here. It is Canterbury Black taking on D-Sport.